Time to get your story
Hi,
straight.
welcome to this week's Get Your Story Straight. I have a double feature for you today. Today, I want to talk about portable hard drives, and then in the next segment after I break, I want to talk about how the people around you can influence you as an author, you as a writer. First, I want to talk about equipment. The reason I swear by these, well, there you go. I swear by these portable hard drives. I love them because have you ever written a story? And just as you're about to get it done, your computer crashes and you just lost everything, even though you saved it onto your hard drive. Well, if you lose that hard drive or anything happens, that's what the portable hard, it's happened to me several times. Many, many times. Number one, that's why I save a lot of things as I go. And number two, uh, I always keep portable. I have about 4 or 5 of these at a time. I just have a bunch of files on stories, pictures, everything. Um, as an author, you don't want to get caught slipping, especially when you have other people's manuscripts, especially when you have other people's paperwork, when you have other people's things going on. You don't ever want to get caught slipping because if you do, that becomes a problem. Me personally, and especially with they no longer have see, I'm one of the few people that hate that they no longer have the disk drives or or the CD-ROM drives anymore. And the cloud, I can't always trust the cloud either. So, because people hack things. I mean, I have some things stored in my Google Drive, and I have things in other drives, but for the most part, I I love the fact that I can just grab something and get. What if your internet goes down? I've had situations. We've had a few storms here, and even sometimes there are no storms. Apparently, your internet just want to go down sometimes, and you still want to write. Well, you can't get it off the cloud, so that's what the portable hard drive. There's also flash drives as well as other storage devices. Um, I'm actually about to purchase the big one, the big like 5 terabyte one. If you get those that can do like the 1 to 5 terabytes, they hold like a lot of storage. That's perfect. I have my music on there because everyone knows I love my music while I'm writing. I have a music on there. I have pictures, but all research materials, as well as my manuscripts and my clients' manuscripts. So if you can get you one of those, you're gonna be good. Now, if you get you the 5 terabyte, you would only need 2 of those. But I always say get you a backup for the backup. I'm a backup guy, so I say get you backup for the backups. Um, I'll have on my website. I'll have some links to where you can purchase some off of Amazon. That'll be on my page where you can see this episode of the Get the Story Straight. And when we come back, I want to talk to you about other people and how they can affect your work positively and negatively.
It's now time to get your story
Welcome back
straight.
to Get Your Story Straight, bonus edition. Here I want to just talk about, just a general conversation about how people can affect your writing positively and negatively. I've been talking about this for years because I draw from personal experience in my past. Um, Having the right or wrong people in your life can definitely affect you as an author. When you have the right people who encourage you, who will sit up and ask you, have you written today, things like that. And I'm not saying you need validation, but what I'm saying is you have to have people that encourages you, or when you do bring it up, they're not dismissing you or treating it like it's an option. When you're an author, and for me, I'm an author, I'm an editor, I'm a publisher, I do these shows. You see me everywhere. I update my web. It's just I have a lot going on. So I have to be on my A game every single day, 24 hours a day, in order to do this. People don't understand when you run your own business, it's just you. And whatever help you have, I do have an assistant now. Well, I have an intern who helps me now. But when you have your own, it's you. You have to run everything. Because if you don't do it, it's not going to get done. It's not like working a regular 9 to 5 job where there's several people in. If your responsibility is this, their responsibility is that. It's not like that at all. Running your own business is all about you. And you might not be able to get it all done in a certain amount of time. At late hours, that's a lot of things, but once it's done, it's worth it. And if you don't have the right support system, they will not only try to talk you out of it, they'll try to talk you down from doing it. And once that happens, it takes a long time to get people back up. And again, I've been in that situation. Because what's wrong people can do, they'll sit up here, they'll look at you like you're wasting your time. You're always playing on the computer. That's going to happen. Even when things happen. Oh, you just that lucky. Lightning don't strike the same place. So when things consistently happen, that's when they become haters. See, I did a graph about Glorilla, which you'll see right here on my YouTube channel, um, about her sister. And I made a point to where, and I could be assuming, but this happens to most people who are going for their dreams. Um, when Glorilla had to get up and go to the booth and spit those rhymes and make those moves and do what she had to do to get from point A to point B, I'm sure she was talked about. I'm sure people said, well, she's not going to do this. She's not going to do that. You're going to always have your haters when you trying to do something. I bet she's not going to do nothing. Because see, what your haters want you to do, they want you to feel just so A, they can talk about you, or B, so they can have you right back where they are. See, this is about a little bit of doing what you have to do, what God sent you to do. You have to move past that. If you notice in my interviews, I ask my authors, what do they do about the noise? Like I asked author Hezekiah last week, what's he doing about the noise? You have to tune out the noise. You have to move past noise. You have to learn how to ignore that noise. Because people are going to always have something to say about you, whether you make it or not. And what made me so mad about the whole Glorilla situation is, which is about anyone who makes it, once you make it, people gonna still talk about you. Those people, and some of those people that still talk about you, they're mad because you made it. Because they wanted you to fail. They're looking for you to fail. And I've seen it happen to people. I've seen people try to do it to me, still try to do it to me. But I'm not gonna let it happen. So bottom line, it's gonna hurt sometimes. It's gonna feel boring to you sometimes. It's going to seem like you're in a never-ending daily cycle to where you don't seem to be moving. Keep moving, because the more you keep hammering at that wall, the moment you quit is the moment there could be daylight at the other end of that tunnel. Just got to keep hitting that wall. I don't want to now because I have kids watching this. Too. I'm not going to tell you what. I'll paraphrase what Bernie Mac said to Kid in House Party 3. It didn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, but it still does. F him up against the wall, blah, 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 blah. He basically said F him. I just feel like he basically said F him. And that's what I say. Forget him. They don't pay your salary. They don't pay your bills. They don't buy your clothes. They don't buy your food. They don't buy your kids nothing. They don't even give a damn whether you live or die. Because they out there, I guess, living their best life. And even if they're not, they want to make sure that you don't. Well, that's it for this week's Weekly Gripe. Next week, I want to get into a little bit of storytelling and world building and how to jump off on world building. And we'll get into that. And that also creeps in a little bit more of characterization. So we'll talk about how world building and characterization goes hand in hand. Well, that's it. Thank you. See you next week.